But it looks like from my point of view, it's working because as I see you on the Facebook page, you got a lot of people chiming in. So I definitely appreciate it because it only makes us stronger. Well, do you happen to have any biker stories that you would like to share?
For me, man, I got one of my favorite stories, man. The first time I bought my Harley, I bought it from California. I bought it from my man Big Punchy out at the candy shop.
My man.
My videos, he's done all my videos. Yeah, that's like my big homie. We grew up together. We go way back. A lot of people don't know that. But anyway, I bought my first bike from him. I was living in Georgia. Didn't know anything about Harley Davidson. Didn't care to know anything about Harley Davidson. Actually, I had already bought and paid for a Suzuki M109 when those had came out. And that's what I thought I wanted. And I went and bought it. And my wife at the time, well, she wasn't my wife, but at the time, she's my wife now, she had two bikes. She had a Honda and she had a Harley. And she was like, well, babe, maybe you ought to try a Harley. You know, and I was like, oh, they're too expensive or whatever. Going by the, you know, buying into the hype of what everybody else buys into. And long story short, I called, you know, my boy Punchy and told him what I was going to buy. He's like, what? Are you crazy? What the hell are you going to buy that for? He said, I got a bike now for sale for you. Just send me the money. So I sent him half the money, and I said, okay, so how am I going to get the bike? He said, well, you can fly in, or, you know, we can ship it to you, or if you know a cat named Snowman, he got to come pick up his bike. At the time, I didn't know Snowman. I had not a clue who Snowman was. So he gave me, Queen, my wife knew him, she gave me his number, we called him. Me and him flew into California together, and we rode my first time ever on my bike. I rode all the way from California back to Georgia. So I was born on the bike, on a Harley Davidson as a ground pounder. I didn't even have a clue that I wasn't supposed to make that trip, my first trip ever. So my first trip ever on my first Harley Davidson, never riding a Harley Davidson before, was across country from California to Georgia. And the funniest thing was me being, you know, new. I didn't have any of the gear. I didn't have no, you know, no fans, I didn't have no, you know, leather jacket, no chaps. You know, I didn't even have no thermal underwear. I didn't have no heat gear, no rain gear, no nothing. I was just green as whatever. So Snowman said, okay, well, I'm going to take you through there. You know, when it gets dark, we're going to pull over, we'll get a room, and da-da-da-da. So the first day, I'm excited, I'm hyped. We take off, we leave LA, we get to right before New Mexico, and we bed down. But I can't even sleep. I'm so excited. I'm on a Harley. You know, I didn't even realize I was riding across the country. I was just excited about being on a Harley, and it was nice, whatever. So Snowman is trying to sleep, but I won't let him sleep. I wake him up and say, no, we gotta go. Let's just keep going. He's like, no, get you some sleep, leave me alone. I'm telling you, if you wake me up again, I'm going to drag your ass across the United States. So,
okay.
And, I'm somewhat a tough guy or whatever. Man, you ain't did nothing so. He said, okay. So we got up, got dressed, and we left the room. Well, what I did not know was the temperature dropped extremely in the middle of the night. So now we checked out the room, we on the highway, and then it got down to like maybe 25 degrees.
Woo!
I already told you, I didn't have a jacket, I didn't have nothing. Snowman got the gloves, he got the thermal, he got everything he needs. I don't have nothing. He said, I got jeans, a t-shirt, a regular little jacket, and some tennis. I think I even had on tennis shoes. I may have had on some boots, I'm not sure. So I'm back here in the back, I'm froze, I'm catching hypothermia. I'm back there shaking like some dice in a crap game. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm telling Snowman, we gotta pull over, man. This is not, he won't be like, no, I told you to stay your ass, go to sleep, you wouldn't go to sleep, so that's what you get. So we back and forth. So finally, I'm trying to get off the freeway. He blocked me from getting off the freeway. Long story short, I finally tricked him and was able to get off the freeway. And I pulled up to a restaurant and dropped the bike, didn't care nothing about the bike, went inside and sat in a booth and literally just froze. I was a popsicle. It was so crazy that they gave me all, because I couldn't even eat. I couldn't, they were trying, all they did was give me hot coffee and hot cocoa. And Snowman laughed the entire time. They wanted to call an ambulance. They wanted to take me to the hospital. We told them, no, you're not going to do none of that. We got to do it. We got to ride this motorcycle all the way back home. And that was my lesson, man. I learned a valuable lesson, man. You know, and not only to listen to Snowman, to slow your ass down, Grasshopper, and learn.
Right. Wow. Hey, woo, man. I can, man. Woo. Yeah, you learned very well. Very well.
So yeah, that was one of my first stories. Man, you should hear Snowman tell it. When he tells it, he's totally hilarious. But that was my, like I said, my first ride ever on Harley Davidson was from California to Atlanta.
Wow, man. That's what's up, man.
We ride biker for life. Approved!